And let's take a look at your Caribbean report for tonight. The International Monetary Fund has confirmed the approval of $8.19 million in emergency assistance for St. Lucia to cope with its recovery after Hurricane Tomas. The storm slammed into St. Lucia on October 30th, killing 7 people and causing significant damage to the nation's road network, water supply, and agricultural sector. The IMF said the latest estimate of the total damage done to the country by the hurricane now stands at $336 million, about a third of the island's total economic output. And in the Bahamas, Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham says that his country's economy is expected to expand between 2 and 2.5% this year. In a speech to the businessmen in Nassau, Mr. Ingraham said that growth would likely be spurred by the infrastructure projects, the increase in tourism, and direct investment. He also said a rise in domestic credit would help boost the commercial and residential construction, while direct investment would also help propel growth. Mr. Ingraham, however, cautioned that growth could be curtailed by the rise in global crude oil prices. Last year, the Bahamas economy declined by an estimated 4.5%, the result of a steep decline in foreign direct investment and a 10% fall in tourism. And in Barbados, the widow of the late Prime Minister, who's seeking to win the seat left vacant by his recent death, says that she's coming under pressure from the opposition Labour Party because of her nationality. St. Lucian-born Myra Thompson is hoping to win this month's election in the island of St. John's constituency for the governing Democratic Labour Party. Her main rival in the January 12th election to replace the former Prime Minister David Thompson is the Barbadian Labour Party's Hudson Griffith. According to local media reports, opposition leader Owen Arthur is among those who are making an issue over Mrs. Thomas's nationality. She has responded by describing herself as a proud Caribbean woman. Mrs. Thompson also questioned whether Mr. Arthur was the same individual who had been campaigning for the Caribbean single market economy. The national newspaper quoted Mrs. Thompson as saying that type of behavior is a turnoff to the citizens. And finally, the authorities in Montserrat say the funeral for former Chief Minister John Osborne will be held in just over a week's time on January 21st. His body is expected to be flown back to the island on Sunday. Mr. Osborne died in a hospital in the state of Kentucky on January 2nd at the age of 74. Officials say his body will lie in state ahead of the funeral service. And that's your Caribbean report for tonight. And as always on Friday, we bring you Bogo's Entertainment Report. Let's take a look.
Thank you very much, Jerome. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to the Martin Luther King edition of the Entertainment Report. And we're going to start off with tonight, Friday night. You're looking someplace to go. Definitely you know the place to be. It's down there at H2O in La Grande Princess. Music will be provided by Dave Martinez. You're going to have the Madras Terrace and also DJ Fuzzy. Also, you can go out and get something to eat. There's no admission fee to get in. Just walk in the gate, security check you, and you're good to go. And then we're going to tell you about this Saturday at Galloway's upstairs as they celebrate their 16th anniversary with a big old school jam. Featuring, of course, The Camp. That's with Poppy Pops, Chubby Porter, DJ Hecky, the whole crew. You're going to have Daddy Babs, Andy Lovers, Dog Art International, and the Madras Terrace, and also Tech 9 Sound Movements. And then we're going to tell you about this Sunday, taking place at the 2+2 nightclub. It's the Sunday Night Live Martin Luther King edition, featuring Big Cat Sounds. You're going to have DJ Carl with Selector Cuff. MC Bogle will be there talking some stupidness also. And also we have the return of the foreplay. So ladies, you can come out and have your foreplay on for your Martin Luther King Day weekend. And remember also on that card, freshly back from the BVI tour, Daddy Jones and crew. That's right. Daddy Jones and crew featuring Pumpa as they are touring the British Virgin Islands as we speak. The first 11 ladies, you get in free. That's right, you get in free. And don't forget Monday morning from Plaza Extra East to Island Center, you got to go and support the Martin Luther King March. Please take your children out and go and support the march. Also, all the government employees who were supposed to get the raises, all the correction officers, everybody, we're going to be there protesting for that raise that we were supposed to get and we deserve. So come on out and show your support for the hard-working people of the community. Thank you for joining me on the Entertainment Report. Back to you, Jerome.
Thanks, Bogo. When we come back from this break, housing and parks and recreations have been busy these days. Find out why. Stay with us. Housing, Parks, and Recreation has been busy these days, making family outings a lot safer. Here's Wes Small with Commissioner St. Clair Williams.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Thank God it's Friday, and this is a positive story. We're here at the Scion Farm Ballpark with Housing, Parks, and Recreation Commissioner St. Clair Williams. And this is beautiful as the cameraman's going to pan around and see all this bush area cleared. The residents have been asking for this to happen, and now this is a much safer environment now. Look at the soccer fields already there, and they're reseeding. The infield here, I remember my son Jamie, under Coach Raleigh Watson, Commissioner,
right. Yes.
used to practice here and everything, and they're all reseeding the area. Boy, you've been very busy, and I know you were sidetracked by some bad weather that we had for a couple of months, but all in all, your workers out in the street, they love you, and you know, you've done a lot as commissioner, and you're going to give us a beginning of the year progress report on what's going on not only up here but other facelifts, and you've got information about a nutrition fair that's going to be happening in about 10 days or so.
Oh, definitely. Well, thank you very much. Well, first of all, I'd like to say is that I really want to commend our staff at the Department of Housing, Parks, and Recreation for the excellent job that they are doing. But we are here at the Rudy Krieger Recreation Complex. And one of the things, as you indicated, is that we have cleared the area around the complex. And actually, that is actually private property. Okay, and what we have done, we were able to get permission from the private property owners to be able to get this done, because one of the things that has happened is that, you know, this is an area that have incurred some crime and so forth, and it has gotten to the point where, you know, individuals, families, youths were afraid to really come to this facility.
Nutrition is very important, just like physical.
Oh, definitely.
A lot of people work out up here, and they have groups and organizations here, and this is good. Now tell us about the nutrition fair that's going to be at the Canagator Ballpark in about 10 days or so.
Okay, and what that is it's a holistic approach that is being done. As you indicated, it is not just recreation alone. So what is happening is that the Department of Housing, Parks, and Recreation and also the Department of Health is actually partnering with the Wellness Coalition. And the Wellness Coalition actually consists of the VI Vegetarian Society, the VI Walking Club Association, and also the Bambula Haven Foundation. And so this is the second annual Wellness Festival that's being conducted. It's going to be held at the DC Canagator Recreation Complex at the Multipurpose Center. It happens on January 21st, the Friday. We start out in the evening from 6 o'clock in the evening and go until about 9. And then on Saturday, the 22nd, we are going to have a full day of activities, starting out with a walk at 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Where we're walking from Bassing Triangle up to the Multipurpose Center. So it's going to be an invigorating exercise, totally involvement of everyone who's part of this.
So now you're up to date on a couple of things. It's safer around here now. Scion Farm community is a good community. They've had residents up here for years, and they take a lot of pride in their neighborhood. So Housing, Parks, and Recreation, we got you started for the new year in the right direction. And then nutrition. Look for that at Canagator Ballpark. That's on the 28th, right, Commissioner?
That's on the 21st.
21st.
Yes, and
through
also
the
22nd.
through the weekend. Very good. All right, so now you're updated. Thank God it's Friday. That's a positive news story right up here at Scion Farm at the complex with Housing, Parks, and Recreation Commissioner St. Clair Williams. Have a great weekend. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.